Welcome to another video. This is part 3 on how to actually go from $0 a month to 10k a month. So in this video it's going to be more of a practical video, and we're going to talk about, so in the past two videos it was more theory based. We started off with the driver and what it means to take responsibility, and we talked about sacrifice. These were all theory based. These were all around mindset, and it's good to know that, because I strongly believe you need to have those nailed down before into what business model you should be going for and how to actually make money, actually make 10k a month. That the way we're going to quickly give you a summary of what we talked about in the previous videos, and is that there are two main things you need to have to get from $0 a month to 10k a month. One is the vehicle, which we'll dive deep into in this call. The other is the driver. So it's all about the vehicle and the driver. If you can imagine for a second that you're on a road that has a starting point and an end point. So $0 a month is the starting point, and the end point, the goal, is $10,000 a month, which will be the end. So you will need to have a vehicle and a driver to get you from start to finish. So imagine a road, imagine the end start point, imagine the end point. How are you going to get from A to B? How are you going to get from $0 to, sorry, you can't see my, but how are you going to get from $0 to $10 a month? The most logical way, I like to think of it as, you need a vehicle to get you from start point to end point. The vehicle represents the business model and the driver represents you. So 80 to 90% chance of you getting from the start point or getting to the end point of that road or achieving your goal is all dependent on you, not the vehicle. If vehicle represents the business model, what we're trying to say here is that the business model does not matter, but to drive the vehicle from the start point to the end point. And that is simply the reality. Why? Truth is that you simply cannot get to the end point if you do not believe you're capable of getting to the end point or achieving your goal. It's as simple as that. Mindset. You need to be able to believe it. It just won't happen. You have to get close. You may get close, or you might even get there, but maintaining it will be hard. Retaining it will be hard. Being able to navigate the storms, the rocky roads, and actually sustaining it, and also being able to fulfill it to the best potential is going to be hard if the mindset is not right. Key is that you have to become that person. This means you've taken responsibility, you've identified what it takes to get to where you want to get to, and you've done the work. With the theory out the way, let's dive straight in to the fundamentals of a good business vehicle. So we're going to talk about what you need to do to make 10,000 a month, practical side of things. As I said in the earlier videos, and to reaffirm, you need a vehicle. You need two things. You need a vehicle and you need a driver. So this is more going to be around the vehicle, and this is somewhat business 101, right? High level, but also practical. So the goal is to make money. Or as I like to see it, the goal is to take money. We're not a bank, so we can't really make money, so to speak. So what we want to do is to take money and to do it consistently. So that's the whole idea of actually making 10k a month. Like, you want to be able to take money and do it consistently. You don't want to just make 10k a month, third month, and then the fourth month, the fifth month, you're struggling. So you want to do it consistently. We take it from our customers' pockets and put it in ours. So this whole notion of actually taking money and not making money is, you have to be able to go to the person that has the money, them give you the money and put it in your pocket. We'll talk about what that means and what that looks like. So first things first, I'm not saying that you have to steal the money or deceive anyone. What I'm saying is that money works as an exchange. These are the fundamentals. Money works as an exchange. If you want to get money or receive money, you have to give something in return. So you give, you take. Give, you take. So how do we do this? We've got here is money, and the money, who's got the money, where is the money? The money is within the market. So the market you've decided, the market you've identified, the market that you're working in, that's where the money resides. Who holds it? Your customers. So imagine a pot with so many customers. On top of it, it's money. It's being guarded by money, by the market, sorry. And within this, you have your customers. So what you want to do is get your customers to take that money, and then give it to you. That to happen, you have to value to your customers, and think of it as a cycle. You've got customers with money, you've got yourself, you give value, and in exchange, money comes in and then flows. So that analogy by, as you've heard, the analogy by Bruce Lee, where you have to flow, be like water. Think of money as the same thing. Money flows. It doesn't stay stagnant. You need to understand that you cannot just hold money and keep money. You need to let money flow. Money is like water. So for you to actually take a bucket and go into the flow of money and scoop your own piece, you need to have value. So value in a way is the bucket. Not too confusing, that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, value. Me on this, right? We have to add value. I understand that it is all well and good to say that you have to add value. This value, and how do we actually add value? How do we actually add value? Okay. Value is created when pain is alleviated. This is a great from an online mentor of mine. I follow it heavily on YouTube, Charlie Morgan. I'm just going to plug him here. The way he takes information and gives it back in a concise, simple manner, and his way of using systems to think and articulate his point is next to none. So Charlie Morgan says, value is created when pain is alleviated. So adding value in essence is alleviating someone's pain, and in this context, it's or your customer's pain. So your ability to make $10,000 a month is all down to your ability and how well you alleviate their problem and pain. So what do we know? We know that the market holds the cash. They guard that cash. It's not easy to get. The idea is that we're going to try to penetrate the market. We can allow the money to flow into our pockets. So how do you do this? So first we do this by identifying a problem and then solving the problem. It's just simple. So it's not actually complicated, the notion of actually getting money to flow to your pocket. Understand that you have to penetrate the market. How do you penetrate the market? You find a problem and then you solve the problem. Another thing we know is that the market works in what we call fractal. So in nature, what this simply means is what exists in the micro would exist in the macro. It's basically a pattern. So in business, this tells us is that our customers that we're trying to reach in a specific market all have similar lives. They all have similar problems and they all have similar habits. What does this mean? It means that they potentially all want similar things. So if you identify someone in the market, identify that the problem that they have, their problem well, then the high possibility that other people in that market in the same problems and require that same solution. So you can now scale and provide that solution to multiple people, and then you can get money coming in from different people. So before we round up, when we talk about pain in this context, we're talking about a psychological pain, not a physical pain. The principle is to solve their problem. So what you want to do is solve the problem as fast as you can, as well as you can, and consistently. Summary. From $0 a month to $10K a month requires you to take responsibility. Taking responsibility puts you in the position to have the ability to drive the vehicle. You need to have the ability to drive the vehicle. You need to be the right person that can actually maintain and function a business that's operating at $10,000 a month consistently. How do you do this? In summary, identify the characteristics of that person, of that individual, and become it. Your goal is to become. When it comes to taking responsibility, you want to become. You don't want to really strive. You don't want to really chase the goal of 10K a month, but becoming that person. Step is choosing a viable business vehicle. Value is going to act as the petrol to move your vehicle from where you are and where you want to get it to. It's not what's going to stop you from getting to 10k a month. It's the person. As I said, 80 to 90% of the time, it's you. So the vehicles work. So it works, drop shipping works, Amazon FBA works, consulting, done for you services, they all work. What you want to identify to viable business, understanding the market, understanding the problems that the people in the market are facing, and coming up with a good enough offer, a good enough solution that can actually alleviate the pain that they're facing. So this is just a summary of how to get from 0 to 10k a month consistently, and what it takes. So I hope you found this video useful. Drop me a like, comment, and make sure you